The Southern Flinders Ranges in South Australia also plays host to some great scenic and challenging road cycling. We met up with some very fresh faces who are going to take us on a little bit of a tour. Now, Peter, where are we going today?
We left from Port Pirie this morning at 8 o'clock. We're going to Port Germain, which is about 24 kilometres from Port Pirie. We're climbing up through the Port Germain Gorge and ending up at Stone Hut for lunch. That's a trip of about 70 kilometres. And then from after lunch we go from Stone Hut and we go up to Laura, then to the Gladstone turnoff and back to Port Pirie along the highway.
So what's the total kilometres with all of that?
134 I've been told.
Oh, you've been told you haven't done it yourself?
Yes, I've done it quite a few times. I just don't like to look.
Tony, what's the degree of difficulty like on this ride?
Look, there's a bit of everything. There's quite a few flat stages, certainly through Port Germain Gorge. It's a real leg stretcher, but very scenic and very beautiful to ride through Port Germain Gorge. And then a couple of fairly challenging climbs between Stone Hut and Port Pirie, so, but a lot of flat sections, so very good.
Break a little bit of sweat now and then?
Absolutely, yeah.
Hugh, how often do you actually take to the road?
Probably about at least 3 times a week, if not more. We try to get out on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturday mornings. We normally leave from Pelham Road and we can either go out to the Broughton Road. There's some nice rides out, a bit flat out that way. We've got a lot of older riders. There's a couple of 70-year-olds, Gary and Clemmy Bairstow. They're in their 80s, and on for 80th birthday for Clemmy a couple of months ago, we did an 80-kilometre ride for him, so he was quite happy with that.
Fighting fit and very healthy then, I can imagine. Bronte, you're the most mature of the bunch, is that right?
Oh, I'm the oldest. I don't know about mature of the bunch.
How do you fare riding at your age, being 25, is it?
25, yes, lovely.
How old are you really?
65.
And how do you go riding with these lads?
Well, I stick on the back. I hang on for dear life, but now and again they let me go to the front.
Now, you've got to watch out for cars often. Is this one of the cars behind us that you used to drive back in the day?
It was when I went to school. Yeah.
And what's the bikes like that you're riding now compared to it?
A lot easier than pushing this thing.
I found a great little trail in between Melrose and Gladstone. Perfect for weekend rides. And guess what? You can even rent your own family. Rebecca, what trail are we on right now? What is this trail? What's it all about?
Yep, we're on the Southern Flinders Rail Trail. This is stage 1 between Laura and Stone Hut, recently completed. It's a disused rail corridor.
Fantastic. So a rail corridor will mean that it's relatively flat?
Yes, it is relatively flat.
Good for families and beginners and just people wanting to cruise?
Yeah, ideal Sunday afternoon or just recreational cycle.
Rebecca, is there anywhere to take a break along the trail?
There are both at Stone Hut and Laura. There are cafes, and probably the well-known is the Stone Hut Bakery that has a range of various pies, and also has recently put in a wine tasting area.
Well, we've seen some awesome road bike action. I think it's time for a little bit of freestyle. Alrighty. Where's all these cool kids? Okay, well I found a cool kid. Ben's going to talk to me a little bit about the freestyle BMX side of things. Ben, how are you going to make me cool here? Am I going to jump on one of these bikes and get out in the skate park?
Oh, maybe, dude, if you can enough.
Maybe give it a go later. Now I understand you've been riding freestyle BMX for a while. A couple of years, 10 years? How long have you been riding?
Yeah, I've been riding most of my life, so it's always been a big thing for me. I was on the back and forth from the push bike to the moto, so, you know,
Yeah.
doing all that. But yeah, I mean, me and the guys used to just ride the dirt jumps back in the day, and yeah, eventually all the guys tried to get a petition together to get the skate park happening, and
Great. So the skate park's pretty new.
yeah, I mean, it's been here for about 2 years or so now. Since that's been there, the riding's gone through the roof, so 2 riders have got clothing sponsorships that come from the skate park, so that's crazy.
What's it like having, you know, Port Pirie riders just getting on the map and getting noticed? It must be an amazing feeling.
Great. I mean, we've got, you know, riders from everywhere coming to ride the park, and we've got, you know, Adelaide, Whyalla, Port Augusta. You know, I've had some Adelaide riders say it's one of the best skate parks I've ever seen. So.
Okay, now you said they ride till midnight, and I don't understand. How do you ride at night?
Oh, I mean, they've got the lights set up down there. It's great.
So there you go. You can actually come and ride at any time of day or night here in Port Pirie. Skate park with lights. Perfect solution. Another beautiful place to ride in the Southern Flinders Ranges is Orroroo. Now this place is famous for its beautiful, pristine trails and also some very tidy houses. Ian, we're in the beautiful Southern Flinders Ranges. We're in Orroroo. What's to see and do out here?
Oh, plenty to see and do out here. It's a spectacular scenic place. There's plenty of historical, cultural places to go and see, and obviously we've got some fantastic bike circuits and bike tracks.
You do. You've got some really great family-friendly circuits around here. Can you tell us some of the trails that you've got?
Yeah, we've got 2. We've got an intermediate and a beginner trail. And the intermediate trail takes in the reservoir and up through the Peakner ruins. Yep. And there's some cultural stuff to see up there, and some spectacular scenery and some great trail riding.
Now, this is a very bike-friendly town, isn't it? Can you tell us some of the features this town has that really opens up the town to cyclists in general?
Yeah, look, it's a very open space town, open wide roads, easy to get around, well signposted, plenty of friendly people in town. The kids run around town on their bikes all the time, and then they can take in these fantastic trails that we've got behind us.
And I've heard this funny little analogy going around, up and over. Is this some sort of joke with Tour Down Under?
Yeah, it is actually. It's a good play on words. Tour Up Over is a fantastic new competition that we're running up at Bendigo Ranges. Okay. It's a private property,
yep.
And they've developed some really unique cycling and competition work, including a technical area where you can learn the better parts of the process.
John, as a local, what do you like about this town so much?
Well, I was born here and I'm 56 now and I'm still living here, so that's probably a good indication I do like it.
Girls, what do you think about the bike tracks that have been set up for you, girls?
Really good, really fun.
Do you girls have matching bikes?
Yeah, and helmet.
Isabel, you're the youngest tribe out here. You've probably got the coolest bike too. It's that little tricycle, isn't it? That red one?
Well, it's not mine.
Oh, it's not yours. Oh, okay. Did you do much pedalling today, or did Mum kind of push you around?
Mum kind of pushed me around.
Belinda, what are some of the other great, fantastic attractions we can see in Port Pirie?
A lot of fantastic things to do. Port Pirie has the great advantage of, as well as being in the southern Flinders Ranges, also being on the coast in the Spencer Gulf. So we've got a great beach here, redeveloped foreshore and some fantastic waterfront activities there. We also have a lot of cultural attractions, including museums, a shark exhibition, art gallery, and we also have great railway history, including miniature and model railway, which is something for both the young and the young at heart to enjoy.
Fantastic, brilliant. Now, on the topic of railways, I understand the railway actually takes you straight to Port Pirie from Adelaide.
You can end up outside of Port Pirie, just near Port Pirie.
Door-to-door service, isn't it?
Fantastic, yeah.
Now I understand there's quite a significant train that rolls through this way, isn't there?
Yes, Crystal Brook, which is 20 minutes south of Port Pirie, has the GAN travel through on quite a regular basis, and there's a lot of train spotters that actually go down to Crystal Brook and enjoy having a bit of a picnic or a lunch there and watching the trains go by.
Fantastic. Now, I understand you've got some smelter tours that happen out here.
Well, we actually have the world's largest primary lead smelter here in Port Pirie. It's our largest employer, and we have guided bus tours that leave 3 times a week from our Port Pirie Visitor Information Centre.
Belinda, how do we find out more about the events in the southern Flinders?
Yeah, we have a website which is www.pirihasitall.com.au. Has a lot of information on Port Pirie and the rest of the southern Flinders Ranges, including a calendar of events, and that has all the events coming up, big and small events alike, and yeah, it's a great way for people to plan their holiday.
Fantastic. Now, what about all the cyclists out there? How can they get some information about what to do and where to go and start their holiday?
They can log on to the website www.southernflindersranges.com.au, or they can phone us here at the Port Pirie Visitor Information Centre.
Well, you've seen it firsthand for yourself on Power to the Pedal, the beautiful southern Flinders Ranges. Make sure you come and check it out for yourself.